All right, what you see here is a Envirofan gold line. And I'm testing this at Nathan's, better known as EPSILON120.
How's it going?
And I've been, how would you put it? I want to say harassing you to test this, but like I've been pushing him to try to test it for a while now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I figured he did say I can borrow this at some point to test, but I figured I'd do a video of it here and such as well while he's testing it. But there's a sticker up there. Made in, I think it's like, yeah, Canada. And this one is from 1979. I was gonna find a sticker for it.
I think it's on us.
Yeah, right here. And yeah, this version of the gold line is my favorite version because it's the childhood one. And it's also childhood for Nathan too, and I get in a sense, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Nathan, if you want to take over and explain a story about it, I mean, I'd do it, but I probably would go on for a while explaining it.
Yeah. So
But
I
also,
got this fan 3 years ago. In the summer of 2018, I was with a different electrical company at the time, and this came from the Manchester Public Library, and they were replaced with a bunch of Casablanca models. I don't fully remember which ones exactly, but I know they were the ones I think that. I mean, they didn't have pull chains or anything. They were all like remote control, but they looked all like residential type fans.
maybe they were what do you think they might have been Panamas?
Probably,
The old ones, yeah.
like the newest Panama's one, probably. But this was the day that I grabbed this one. That was the last day that we had to be at the library because this was the last fan to be taken down, and I just so happened to be assigned to the place that day. So seeing that we were doing this, I definitely couldn't let this get thrown out. So I just didn't even ask if I could grab it or anything because I knew it was going to get scrapped. So I just brought it back with me at the end of the day and took it home and everything. And
Yeah, I mean, the other ones all got scrapped from what you told me.
yeah, I couldn't find any of the other ones. This was literally the last lone survivor. So I was just really fortunate I was able to grab it too. And knowing how high quality and like expensive these are, like I couldn't even believe I was able to practically get it for free too. It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we're just gonna toss that out. Okay, I'll take it.
I mean, I don't think they were that expensive. I mean, they're probably like maybe like $100-ish back then. If you look, cause I've seen some prices of like industrials back then for even Danes. They're like not even as nearly as expensive as they are nowadays. But again, that the worth of it was back then. It's not the same as now. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I can go ahead and fire it up on the low speed.
Alrighty. There we go. Good.
But yeah, we've seen these at Bonkers. I mean, I saw the ones at Bonkers as a kid as well.
He was also using a 4-speed Casablanca control that I'm borrowing here.
Yeah.
He provided.
Yeah, I've always said to myself that in some videos I feel like the motor looks a lot more flat, and some videos they don't. It still could be the case, but I think it's more so it's just the angle that they're being filmed in. Like if I have it from like up here, it definitely looks a lot more flat. But if I have it from like down here, it doesn't seem to be the case. Yeah, that's paint, honestly. Like even if it's like a little bit of touch-up paint, that would definitely be worth fixing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing major, thankfully. But yeah, there's the one near the college I went to at that auto shop. There's the one in that bike shop in Danvers that I started to get a video of that was painted over. And there's another one in Salem that was painted over that I did a video of just from outside. But they use it all the time, and I really don't see them letting me get it because they use it, and if they know it's a good fan, it's like, all right, you can go ahead and move it up to medium now. Like I said, I'm pretty surprised that it's not having like too much of a torque to it, considering that it's not like a grommet thing holding it in place.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just directly on a J hook that I just.
Yeah, the K to K would definitely have quite a bit of a torque to it.
I was surprised just how heavy this thing is too. It's like, holy crap.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a cast motor, so there's that.
I never even knew industrials could be that heavy. I always thought they were like super lightweight.
Well, I mean, nowadays they are the cheaper ones, but like there's some the older ones, especially they were definitely heavier. I mean, Pro lines, for example, they're not too heavy, but like they're definitely heavier than a lot of the ones you can get nowadays. I mean, there's some fans I've seen in the Dominican Republic that aren't K2Ks. They're not like nearly as heavy as this, but they're heavier than the K2K, definitely. You know, it definitely has good speed range on this control.
Yeah.
It's cause like it's funny. So like I could do solid state, but it's just I hate the buzzing noise they can make. So with this control, it's pretty quiet, but also at least you can kind of have like usually when you see industrials in person, they're usually on either low, a medium, medium low, medium high, and then high.
Yeah.
Like usually it's always like, within those speed ranges, so I figured this would be the best one for it. All right, you can go ahead and move it up to medium.
Medium high. Yeah.
Or medium high, yeah. And yeah, the high speed we're not gonna show for that long because the thing, it's loud.
It's pretty loud, and I just don't want to risk disturbing the person above us.
Yeah. I mean, I know like if we touched it in a basement where there wasn't so much stuff around it, we'd definitely get a better air movement from it.
Yeah.
I mean, you still feel a strong breeze from it, but with these ones, it's not so much the breeze underneath it. It's more so like from a distance, you feel it more. Like you can still feel a good breeze from underneath it. When you're like a little bit further back, that's where you really feel it.
Yeah.
Because of the curved blades and such, and that's really the difference between the curved bladed ones and the straight bladed ones. Is the straight bladed ones more so they do spread them around, but it's more to straight down. Whereas the curved bladed ones, they really spread it out a lot more.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, if you went all the way back there, you'd probably feel it a strong breeze from even over there. Probably somewhat stronger than up close. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move it up to high. Oh, there's the torque I was thinking of. Oh yeah, it's cranking out a lot of air. In fact, I will get a bit closer so you can hear the air movement sound. Yeah, definitely powerhouse. Definitely overpowers the K2K about a question, but K2K is pretty close to air movement, I can say. Yeah, you can go ahead and kill it now. But yeah, like aside from K2Ks and real lights and pro lines, like this version of the gold line, K2K Industrials, like the ones that we have here that you're working on, pro line ones, real lights, and the castings, those are like my top 5 biggest childhood fans that are industrials. Pro line 2 is a pretty big up there too, but those ones are more. Oh, and the Moth Caribbean Breeze fans too, and the Universal type ones. But.
Oh yeah. I'd love to get my hands on a black industrial, like the ones that you see at like the movie theaters and such.
Oh, the Dayton ones.
Yeah.
Those are super hard to find. Yeah, they're still there. I posted a video of 2 of them recently on my channel.
I know there's 4 black industrials at the Worcester Palladium too. Like super high up. On like the top ceiling in like the main venue.
Yeah, I mean they make black gold lines too. I mean if you go to the Quincy Market in Boston, like there's like this center portion, like on the side, the actual building portion, that's all white ones. And on the sides, and the two sides of them, they're black gold lines.
Oh.
It's a really cool install. I mean, it's not the older ones like this. They have like the plunger looking canopy, but there's probably some 80 ones in there. But since they're always on, you can't really tell. The only way you can really tell is that if they have the 3 bolts on the bottom like this, or if they have the 4 bolts. Yeah. If they're from, I mean, they could still be from the 80s even if they had the 4 bolts, but it was like 1980 to 85 that they had them with the 3 bolts still, and then after 85 they switched it over. I mean, I know there's one that's newer with the white ones that was put up not too long ago. It's more cleaner looking and the blades are more skinnier. That's another indication. That the blades are a bit skinnier than this one.
Yeah.
Or even, I mean, a lot of the 80s ones still have blades that are as wide as this for the most part. I mean, if you look up videos of like the newer ones, you'll see what I mean. Like they're a lot skinnier looking, the blades.
Yeah.
Still powerful fans, but they definitely, the quality's not as good as the older ones without a question. But they're still great fans on today's market. Like, definitely worth the money. It's just, they honestly just not as well made as them. But it's like, at the same time, like, they are reliable still and such.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, nowadays people always just go for the cheapest, and that's what they see with the Westinghouse and the Hampton Bay ones and such. So it's like, if they're spending so much money to make such a high quality fan, and it's not selling as well. Obviously, they're gonna have to cut corners, which I don't blame them. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least they still make it as a decent, like it's still a great fan in all honesty. In all honesty, like even the Hampton Bay Nussels, those really aren't that bad either. Like air movement wise, are pretty good.
Yeah.
Like the Glassman wind bladed ones. Like I've tested quite a few of them, like in public. I mean, I got the one I need to test myself too, but like, I need to get it on a shorter down rod first. It has like the long down rod that they'd usually come with.
Oh, I noticed on the tag it says Buffalo, New York on it.
It's probably where they imported them from Canada to get them into the United States. Now that I think about it.
I think it says, yeah, it says made in Canada.
Yeah, I know. I think like where Dan Smithy Newman lives, it's like a headquarters type thing near his area in Wisconsin.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it definitely has a really good spin down to it. I mean, I think it has steel blades. I'm not too sure, but I know industrials that have steel blades, they tend to sometimes go a little bit slower because the steel blades are heavier.
Right. Yeah.
And such. But yeah, and that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.
Have a good one.